Legend to the War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as the Turks going up against Egypt, where the balance of power looks like it's even, but if you have a look at the tactical situation, the odds are against him. We are quite badly outnumbered. His army is decent, but his general sucks. Having no command is a big problem, and the enemy have got a huge amount of cavalry, way more than what we've got, and as I've always said, cavalry superiority is a big deal in these battles, and oftentimes overcomes whatever the balance of power actually says. And then they've got the Sultan coming in from over here. They're also coming in from all these different angles, and so you've got sort of a semi-defensive army with the Ottoman infantry and Janissary heavy infantry. So we can't just like rush in, which is kind of what he did. But anyway, I'll read out the email in a moment and get some more context on this. So he says, "Hey Legend, I was playing a calm campaign with the Turks and ended up having to fight quite a big battle against Egypt. It's a defensive battle. They are breaking my siege of Acre. I'm being attacked with 2 stacks rich with missile and melee cav, and a third one being General's bodyguard. My army consists of 1 general, Janissaries, Ottoman archers, horse archers, and 1 heavy cav. The thing that I tried was going straight for the first stack with my infantry. The fight was close, but I had some problems with enemy catapults, causing a lot of kills, especially to my archers. In the end, there were just too many of them, and I suffered a close defeat. I only tried it once, and I'm sure I misused my cavalry. I don't give a damn about whatever casualties you suffer. I just want to see this battle won." Okay. Well, looking at where their reinforcements are going to be coming in from, probably obviously the first army's from here. They've got higher ground. There's one coming in from the corner here. That's the other big army, but their general is coming in from the rear here. So why don't we get our Janissary heavy infantry and like just get rid of him straight away. I'm gonna need to keep the general close by. Now, if we keep our archers here, by the time we're done with this, the first army will have engaged with us, so we don't have a whole lot of time with that. We need to buy as much time as possible, which unfortunately means giving up the higher ground, which that really stings. But I don't see any other choice because we need to buy as much time as we possibly can. Because yeah, if these guys aren't done with this and are protecting them, they're not going to be able to do much anyway. Another thing is that buying more time could allow us to put you there. Yep, you can stay. You stay there with them. So these ones here, the more time that we can buy before the main engagement, the more I could potentially do with my Sipahis to thin out the first army.
The enemy show their cowardice. They bring in reinforcements.
Yeah, I didn't quite align that perfectly. Let's get in there as quick as we can. Over here, just buy as much time as we possibly can. So Sipahis and Mamluks are basically the same unit, but what we want to do in order to win is have like multiple of our units fight just one of theirs. So they've got them on either flank, where this is why I send all my guys in just one flank. Okay, if they do something like that, you just charge in. They don't have good generals either. But if they were heavy cav, obviously I wouldn't bother doing this. Also, Sipahis are quite decent in melee. Okay, this is pretty good. We've suffered a bit of damage there. Nothing spectacular.
We are winning the battle.
Let's get him in there. Okay. We've got to get over here and just try to thin out the enemy cavalry as much as we can. If we can take out some of the artillery, that'd be great as well. This guy's just here for support. That's it.
The enemy king is dead.
Good.
Crush his men while they gnash their
It's not
teeth
going
and
to affect
whip.
the morale of these armies here. We need to take out the actual captains in charge of them. Okay, we've got Arab
Only
cavalry
half the
chasing
enemy
us.
force remains.
That's good,
Must
because
pray
we
they
don't
lose
want
their
them
will to
charging
fight.
into our Ottoman infantry. In fact, it would be good if we could get our infantry around this way, because there's higher ground up there, but I don't know if that's going to work. Right, need to finish up with this. We got to get moving.
All praise to Allah. You have left our enemy lost.
Okay, we're gonna move.
They run like children.
Okay, these two here need to
Scour
cover
them
their...
from the field.
It's only desert cavalry. Okay. start getting over to the Ottoman infantry. You gotta move. But also we want as good terrain as we possibly can. And yeah, use the Sipahis to harass them to buy us time to find a better position up here. We'll be tired when we get there, but it'll be worth it. Alright, so if I look at it at the moment, we've lost 8% of our army, and we've killed 6% of theirs. But we're taking out like their 6% of their best, and we've lost 8% of our not best. Not that these are bad units, it's just not as good as our missile troops. So that one there should be the captain's unit. Starting to rush towards us. Just try to get as much distance from them as we can. And just keep trying to harass. Looks like we'll be able to get rid of the catapults easily enough. Might be a good idea to actually charge into melee with them. Alright, we've got a bunch of Mamluks coming in. We may have to just stand and fight here with our Janissary heavy infantry. I don't think I've got a choice. Bring them in. Stand and fight. These guys here, they can continue to try to get good ground. I'm sure we're going to have to use them at some point in the battle. Just towards the end. Alright, just continue our harassment efforts out here to thin out the herd.
Is well within our grasp. Time our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Okay, looks like we've got a bit more room to wiggle around because they're backing off just a bit. This is the kind of battle that requires a fair bit of micro, because like, if it was against the European forces, they tend to be a bit slow moving and less skirmish heavy.
The enemy general flees like an old woman.
I'd rather kill him.
Attack and break the will of his men.
But yeah, Muslim factions are just a bit more challenging to deal with, even when you're playing as a Muslim faction. Okay, so yeah, bounce power looks alright. Is this guy coming straight towards us? Well, good, because I want him dead, because that'll be a worse morale impact on them. Come on, shoot him! Because I'm not going to catch him. This is heavy cavalry. Alright, we'll see. So we've got some desert cavalry over here. We outrange them. They are quite dangerous. We've got to be careful. Alright, how are we going over here? We are starting to get higher ground. Yeah, we're a bit winded. Alright, that's good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to catch him. Taking out the desert cavalry would definitely be a good thing for us. Okay, just keep on moving. Got to get back to the Ottoman infantry over here. Try to keep them protected while we're getting harassed. Mamluk archers over here. I'll send the cavalry to try to run them off. Also just going to cause horrific casualties on us. Alright, they are sending their army towards the Ottoman infantry now. So I'm going to need to get my general over there right away. Or else we are... They're just going to rout straight away. Okay, and maybe having these ones come and assist the Ottoman infantry would be good. I'm not too worried about the enemy infantry, that's not a big deal, it's the cavalry. Them charging in and causing morale shocks, that's what we've got to be watching out for. That's why I got to get my guy over here as quickly as possibly can. These ones here, they just have to go around the edge or else they're going to get shot at. This one here, just keep them away from us for the time being. Alright, so we've got Mamluk archers there. Coming at us. But they're still stuffing around a bit. We can deal with that, that's fine. Back over here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Attack him, not that one. Oh, it's because their units all over the place. Just get over here, because you're about to get surrounded by a whole bunch of Mamluks. Because yeah, they were never going to catch those Mamluk archers. The main thing there was just trying to draw them away. Looks like there's no way we're going to stop this charge. Throw my general in there. It's a bit of a risk, but you know, he's a piece of crap. I'll bring my cavalry in here as well. Might help, because yeah, okay, good. The Ottoman infantry are thinning them out. We've got incoming here. I'm a bit concerned about...
Victory is well within our grasp.
our morale
Time our
here.
foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Okay to use our missile cavalry in melee. I mean, that's what they're doing as well.
Only half the enemy force remains. We must pray they lose their will to fight.
So, suffering a bit of a charge there, but that's basically unavoidable. But that looks good there. Alright, the first army looks pretty thin. Okay, we gotta go deal with these catapults. Oops, I pressed Alt S. Because yeah, you hold down Alt with your missile cav and you go into melee. But I use WASD to move around, so if I'm holding Alt while moving around, I accidentally press Alt S, which turns up the sound. Because the default controls for Medieval 2 is like the actual arrow keys. Alright, we've run off the artillery. Alright, bounce battle's improving, that's good, but I really need to get my fucking army together over here.
Lost. They run like children. Scour them from the field.
Most of our horse archers have used up their ammo now. Right, back. Good. So 19% to 38%. This was a really risky maneuver, but it seems to have paid off. Because the main thing is, if we stood up on this hill here, we would have had to fight all three of their armies simultaneously. And this way, we dealt with their general first, then we dealt with their first army, but we weren't quite ready for that first army. But at least it was only one army. And these guys here did a pretty good job of thinning it out. They're really good units. Sending in some desert archers here. Well, that's not a big deal, especially if they don't have any protection. Now, Cab's quite exhausted. So we haven't killed the captain in this army. I think the other one will have left the battlefield. So the morale for that army would have been reduced, but not by as much as if we had actually killed him.
Victory is well within our grasp. In time, our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Alright, we've got another big cav charge coming in here. Concentrating right in this area here. Don't have our guys on skirmish mode, just get in there. Here we go. Catapults here. We want to make sure they don't shoot, so we'll charge into them. But watch out for the Saracen militia. Nice big rout going on here. Good.
Our foe fights with horns made of clay. We are
I mean,
winning the
Desert Cav,
battle.
not a big deal there. The main thing you got to watch out for them is them killing your general. That doesn't appear like it's going to happen here. So yeah, if he says he misused his cavalry, well then that would make sense why he lost the battle, because it has been the key to victory, as it 99.9% of the time it is. And the times that it is because we don't have any cavalry. But yeah, your general just sucks. And they're exhausted, so it's gonna happen. Back off there. Obviously, you don't want to be fighting their melee troops. It's just that we run their missile units into their melee troops. We've got to get rid of those artillery because morale's a problem, and if they kill our troops with that, they'll rout. What are you doing over here? really need to get my general over here. I think they're going to have some morale problems. Speed militia coming in. Shouldn't need to worry about infantry there. That's okay. Routing units will get returned to us.
Victory is well within our grasp. In time, our foe will surely see this and lose heart.
Pretty much only got melee cav now because we're out of ammo. I need to bring the general back over here again since the main fight's beginning, and we need to make sure morale holds. Maybe don't worry about shooting them, they're just trying to waste our ammo. Stopping the catapults from shooting. They got Arab cav there, but it's light cavalry, not that big of a
They
deal.
have lost half their men.
So we have lost 41% of our army.
The enemy general flees like
that
an
must be
old
him
woman.
there.
Attack and break the will of his men.
Should we run down as many of them as we can? So they got Arab cavalry charging into our heavy cav. That's not going to do much. Yep.
Our enemy
There
flees
we go.
before us like a herd of goats.
Alright, so we have managed to
Drive
kill
them from the
80% of them.
battle.
That's what it says, but a fair few units have left the battlefield, so I don't think we're at 85% of all three armies. Well, definitely not 85% of all three armies, but I'm not sure if we're at 85% of any of their armies. Well, the one that had the general in it, we killed him, and he was part of the garrison that was under siege, so that will get wiped out just because we win the battle. So we didn't even have to kill him in this battle. You know, in order for him to die. We needed to kill him just for the sake of winning the battle, though. But yeah, the Ottoman infantry didn't end up taking too much damage. The Janissary heavy infantry did. But you know, that's what's going to happen. Cavalry took a beating. But I think the cavalry was used pretty well. I mean, you tell me how well you thought it went with the cavalry. Especially with a no-star general. Hopefully this battle here will get him a command star. Since it's 90%. I doubt we will have wiped out all of their forces. Yeah, it seems like too many of them got away. But we'll see. Alright, there we go. That'll do.
The enemy
Right,
must
let's have a
curse
look.
the day
That
they were
army there
born.
is wiped out. That one
All
is
the
not.
poets write of this most wondrous triumph.
Okay, so our casualties. They captured 55% of our guys, so that won't be included in the 36% casualties that we suffered. We got 85% in total. But we killed like 95% of this one. 88% of this one, just roughly, not 90%. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they killed like 80% of the other army. Yeah, definitely execute.
No, don't be so hasty, Sadiq.
It's not a lot of progress for 1091.
We must resolve our differences, or this is war.
I'm pretty sure we're already at war. Bitch!
A shame, but our discussion.
Alhamdulillah. Your
Yeah, the
faith
thing is,
and
if we had
courage
accepted
have
that peace treaty, you don't
triumphed.
get the city.
These are now our people's lands.
It looks like you're trying to go chivalrous, and based on what you're playing here, I imagine that you're trying to play a somewhat chivalrous game. It's going to have an Islamic population, so we don't really need to put the smack down on them for public order's sake. So smacking it down there for a little bit of extra money, no, I don't think it's needed. Okay, that's not good. You got a lot of plague going on. Because it's not the Black Death era just yet. It's just, yeah, you just got a lot of people sitting in there, basically quarantined. Yep, plague. You can see it right there. And yeah, the army, you know, none of the units got wiped out, but that's not a big deal because you're not going to be able to retrain them here anyway. And getting close to Jerusalem there. And how strong are the Egyptians compared to you? Not particularly strong, so there's definitely no sort of disaster campaign. It's just they sent everything that they had at you. Well, they sent a lot of what they had at you, and that's been crushed. And you got another army here to help you out. Also, the Mongols would have arrived by now, wouldn't they have? Yeah, but luckily, you're very lucky. They appear to have popped up over here, or here. So you probably will have to deal with them at some point, but at least they didn't go through Baghdad, because it can be random, like spawn location. You've still got about, I don't know, 30, 40 turns left. I don't remember exactly what turn number they show up, but the Timurids will be coming soon. And you're not really that well prepared for it, so I would kick things into high gear and conquer some more territory, especially Jerusalem, and then start building loads of forts around this area here in preparation for that. Ottoman infantry are quite good at dealing with Timurids, but we've got to keep in mind, from a historical point of view, the Timurids absolutely mopped the floor with the Ottomans. The Ottomans out. Got the last laugh in the end, I suppose, though. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I'd really appreciate it if you sent in some more save files to Medieval 2, because we're running real short on them at the moment, because I've been burning through a lot over the past couple of weeks. And I'm happy to just keep doing more Medieval 2, but I hope you guys have been enjoying them. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.